Well, jail's a fun place, you know. Making some new friends. Getting kind of used to it. Had a nice breakfast, chip beef. What the hell are you doing? Let me rot here all night.
I've tried to get you out. I've been trying to get you out. They think you killed a federal agent.
Well, I didn't.
They found you leaning over the body.
Oh, for crying out loud, you're the one who told me where she was.
Look, I believe you. Problem is that your word doesn't count for much in this town anymore.
Well, I don't care about me. Where the hell is my daughter?
She is safe with Conklin.
Safe with Conklin. They can't even protect their own agents.
After what happened, they're keeping an eye on her like a hawk.
I want to see her.
All right, they're going to bring her here later. Be with the sketch artist. I'll try to arrange a visit for you. In the meantime, it's not so bad that you're in custody. It'll keep you out of more trouble.
Coming through, need some coffee.
Hey, watch the floor by the sink. I don't need another accident.
Yeah, you need a good lawyer. It's a good thing it was your mom that got hurt. Lark moved the rug. I know. Joe lost it with her. Hey, where's the milk? Over here? Oh. So what did Joe say to Lark? Oh, gosh, he totally went off on her at the hospital. He was saying that she was insensitive and selfish, yada, yada, yada. Actually, I think he was a little stressed out, though.
Why?
Your mother just busted him big time for playing hooky with Karen.
So that's why Joey treated me like public enemy number one. I mean, it's one ugly rug anyway.
You shouldn't have taken it.
Since when do you knock?
Since yesterday, when your brother told me to stay out of his life and stop being a Budinsky. Where is he? I need him to look at these stitches. Is he still sleeping? Hello?
That's enough.
I can't help it. You're so irresistible.
Last night was so wild, but now it's back to reality. I don't want the whole world knowing that we spent the night together at my place last night, okay?
Dr. Mullins, orthopedic.
Why, check the schedule. He's not due at the hospital for half an hour. I'll go wake him.
Yeah, he's not here.
Where is he? Out for some exercise?
Quite possibly. Eve,
What?
I haven't seen him all morning. Lark, you were going to help me put my hair up. Let's go. Yeah, and I got to go, I get dressed.
I get the picture.
Coffee, Mom?
I wasn't born yesterday. I know what's going on between your brother and that Karen Wexler.
About some juice.
Don't act like this is some kind of a joke.
Mom, Karen is a terrific woman.
For an ex-stripper.
And that's not fair. She's worked very hard to put that behind her.
I don't even want to think about how. You labored to get your brother through medical school, and now that whole hospital's laughing at him.
You're exaggerating.
He never did such things before he started running around with that Karen.
Come on, Mom.
I don't mean that. Neglecting his work. That concerns me.
You are blaming the wrong person. It was Joe who made the decision to goof off.
Really?
Hey, he's happy. You should cut him some slack.
Happy?
Yeah.
At what cost?
What's the help?
I can't help it. You look so good.
Right, and scrubs.
I think you forget I know what you look like underneath these scrubs.
Well, keep that to yourself. Enough people are gossiping about us as it is. So you want to come to lunch with me today?
Yeah, where?
I don't know. My place.
What's on the menu?
What do you want?
Guess.
Later. Get back to work now.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it when you're tough on me.
Oh, you know what? I should really check on your mom. She's probably got an awful headache.
You know what? I'll take care of it, thanks.
She was in a bad mood. Must be because of the fall.
No, actually, it was because she was mad at me.
And you? Why?
Well, she heard about our little hooky escapade.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes, I
no.
was busted by my own mother.
Geez, that's why she was so cold to me.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't blame you.
No, it takes two to tango.
No, Karen, it was my fault. I would have sold my soul to be with you that day.
Please tell me you didn't tell her that.
No, I didn't. But I did tell her it was none of her business.
Great. I'm sure that really relieved her mind.
She is always worrying about something. I'm sure she's glad we gave her something to worry about.
I'm so glad to have obliged. That's great.
I don't know about you, but I've never been happier.
Me neither.
Hello, Keith. How are you feeling?
How much longer am I going to be tied up in a straitjacket? Are you afraid I'm going to escape?
It's a post-operative torso brace. It keeps your spine stable until you completely heal from surgery.
You know, both of you are wrong. This whole hospital's wrong. You know, I don't care what either of you say. I'm going to walk again.
Well, you will do many things again. Walking might not be one of them, Millie.
But I can feel my legs. I can move them. Watch.
Don't. You have to lie still.
Says who?
No,
I
Keith.
said lie still, and I meant it.
Keith, listen up. You've got to stay immobile. All right? Oh, it's going to be critical to any chance of future recovery for you, my friend.
But I can feel my legs.
No, Keith, you can't. You're going to end up injuring yourself even worse. You have to rest quietly in this bed or you're never going to get out of it. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Don't use that tone with me.
Look, I'm going to use any tone I need to make sure you understand what I'm saying.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm fine, yeah.
Serena, this is the man I told you about. All you have to do is describe the kidnapper to him, and he'll draw exactly what you tell him.
Okay. I already drew him myself.
You did?
Uh-huh, at Grandma's, remember?
Yes, I certainly do, and you did a very good job.
Well, let's see if this gentleman can draw as well as you did, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with his hair. What color would you say it was?
Brown. Light brown.
What are they going to do now? Take her in another room and shine a light in her face?
Come on, you'll see her as soon as they're through.
Well, that's awfully nice. They're going to let me see my own daughter.
Will you lighten up a little, Scotty? Look, we got the FBI and the police interested in the man Serena saw in her dream. We're making some progress.
Yeah, that's because they think that guy might have knocked off their agent Boynton. That's the only reason why they're going to let me see her. Otherwise, I'd be rotting in a cell right now.
I won't go quietly. I've got a truckload of evidence connecting you to the kidnapping.
Not for long, you don't.
Thank you. Hey.
Slow day at the hospital.
Well, you know, I always take time to visit the accused. Like to walk on the wild side every now and then.
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't. You're a pussycat.
Well, we must be getting awfully close to Rex, because he wouldn't kill unless he was backed into the corner.
You really think that Rex killed that guy?
Of course he did it. There's $100 million at stake.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you.
Well, can you bake me a cake with a file in it?
Sorry. I don't bake. But, I could probably special order you one.
I owe you. How am I going to ever repay you?
I'm sure I'll think of something.
Start the infant on anti-seizure medication, but call the pharmacist to confirm the dosage. I'm going to ask you again, what's with your back?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. You're in pain.
I can handle it.
Oh, I see, one of those stoic types.
Works for me.
Let me take a look at it.
You know, it just so happens that as a doctor myself, I've diagnosed myself as just fine.
What an astute, medically specific diagnosis.
Thank you. In fact, I have another one for you. I bet by tomorrow I'll be all better. Time to go see a real patient.
Well, I have one for you. You could have a ruptured disc, and you should get an X-ray.
Well, it sounds like your mom's being really hard on Karen.
Nobody's good enough for her little boys.
Does she say things about me behind my back?
Only that you're a slut, tramp, and a whore.
Frank!
No, she doesn't criticize you. And you should consider yourself lucky, too, because she never thinks anyone is good enough for us.
I just hate being on your mother's bad side.
Karen, she doesn't like anyone that we date.
Something tells me just dating isn't a problem.
She's very old-fashioned.
I bet she likes Julie.
She wouldn't like Julie if she got Frank and Julie in bed together. Don't let her make you paranoid.
It's funny how all this bothers me so much, and I think it's because I used to idolize her when I was a kid. I mean, my own mom wasn't around very much, and I don't know. Mary was there for me, you know, when I needed her.
Listen, I don't want her to upset you, so I'm going to lay down the law with her, but to tell her to lay off of you, period.
No, Joe, that's not what I meant.
Karen, she doesn't have a right to upset you.
Joe, let it slide, okay?
Karen, letting things slide is not one of my stronger points.
Joe is not exactly famous for his patience.
Well, I know as well as anyone that Lark isn't exactly easy to handle. But she's been through some horrific things. Joe shouldn't have ripped into her, especially not about a rug.
Dad used to give us hell over that rug. We'd be racing around here, or boxing, or whatever, and Dad would yell at us to stop before somebody got hurt. He would get so worked up, hollering at us and trying to control us, that he'd get red in the face. It's amazing we never gave the guy a heart attack.
But that's exactly what's wrong with not being able to control your anger. What it does to you.
Well, sometimes I can't help it.
I'm not saying you can't express your anger. I'm just saying do it in a way that doesn't cause more trouble. You know, the next time you decide to take on the hospital or your mother or someone that looks at you funny, just take a deep breath and think about it.
Karen, you know what? You're afraid of anger, and you always have been.
I've just seen what it can do. I mean, when my mom used to booze up, she would get pretty crazy, and I think that's probably what your dad did.
Well, my dad could be a jerk, that's for sure. You can hear him screaming all over the neighborhood.
Dad was all right. He was just strict and loud.
Was he out of control?
Nah, just didn't have much patience with kids, and Joe seemed to work his nerves.
Dad, he was really tough on Frank. I remember this one time we were running. I had stolen one of his toy cars or something, and I'd slipped in the kitchen by the sink in the same place Mom did.
Joe gashed himself pretty good, but instead of picking him up, Dad went to Joe to teach him a lesson. That's what he always said when he started pulling out his belt.
Your father hit you with a belt?
Yeah, that's the way he was raised, and that's how he raised us. Anyway, I felt guilty, and I tried to stop him from punishing Joe.
Frank yelled like he was being killed.
Dad was sorry. I got a new Model T-Bird out of it and everything.
We shouldn't have been running in the house.
You were just kids.
Yeah, but my father was right. I mean, someone did get hurt.
Where was your mother when all this happened?
Mother, she stayed out of it. She always said that Dad was the boss.
So you never sat and had a discussion about your father's behavior?
What is there to discuss? That's the way the guy was. He was strict. I gotta go.
Right.
The surprising thing about Joe's reaction to Lark is seeing that he's just as strict with kids as Dad was.
Here's Joe's precious rug. I washed it. Do you think he's still mad at me?
I'm sure Joe's forgotten all about it.
Whatever. I'm gonna stay out of his crosshairs. If I have to put up with that kind of treatment, I'd just as soon be with my mother.
Lark.
Hey, let her go.
Did you schedule that x-ray?
Well, no.
You want radiology? 5-5.
No, there's no need. No, when I go home, I'll take a hot bath and take a couple ibuprofens. It'll be fine.
You know, it has been my clinical observation that many doctors, otherwise excellent caregivers, are really lousy at taking care of themselves.
Well, I know my body.
And I know my medicine. That type of pain could be a result from a herniated disc. Find out, or you're off rotation.
You wouldn't.
Try me.
How about if you mind your own business?
You are my business, and you will not treat patients while in acute pain. Get an x-ray, or I will pull you, doctor.
Come on in, it's open.
Hi. What are you doing?
I'm finally fixing this sink once and for all. This thing has been patched so many times since I can remember. And the floor is completely worn from water damage.
You know, you knew how to replace pipes.
Well, actually I didn't, but it's not too hard to figure out. You know, it's funny, Dad complained about this thing all the time, but didn't do anything about it.
Oh, he used to like to bluster.
Yeah, well, then I guess I came by it honestly then, huh? Listen, Ma, I wanted to, apologize for mouthing off at you at the hospital yesterday. I know I sounded a lot like that.
Forget about it.
The offer's still open for you to come here and clean anytime you'd like.
Oh, how generous of you.
I know how much this house means to you.
I wonder how many woman hours I logged standing at that sink.
Probably not as many as I spent running around like a maniac.
Give it to me! No, it's mine. I said give it to me! What are you gonna do? He took one of my Hot Wheels. No, it's mine. You never had a
Shut up, you two, and stop bossing around. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Give it back! No! Make me! Ow!
That's enough. Didn't I tell you someone was gonna get hurt, you brat? Well, now you're gonna get hurt a lot worse.
Dad, don't! It's okay!
Get out of my way, you.
He's hurt!
When I tell you to do something, boy, you damn well do it.
My arm!
You're your fault, you little brat.
Ow! Ow! Oh!
What?
It's nothing. I was just thinking of the way things used to be. You know, it's funny how your memory can play tricks on you.
Mind if I join you?
It's your house.
Lark, did Joe make you feel like you're not welcome here?
I just don't appreciate being yelled at.
I think you've had some pretty hard times with your mom, and maybe because of that you're sensitive.
Does any of this have a point?
I just want to make sure you know that Joe doesn't dislike you or want to hurt you. No one here does.
Groovy.
Did you talk with him?
Why would I want to do that?
Maybe you'd like to get things out in the open.
Look, I'm sure you're trying to do something nice, but I really don't know what you want from me. You want me to say that I like your brother. I don't. I'm okay with that.
We're not the kind of family who keeps things in.
I'm not in your family.
You are at the moment.
You are my guardian. Everybody else here is just a roommate, and if I don't want to get all touchy-feely with them, that should be my choice.
I thought it might help.
It won't. Can we just drop the whole thing?
Sure. I just want you to know that your feelings matter to me.
Whatever.
I'll let you get back on the waves.
You don't have to go. You can stay here if you want to.
Okay.
But I'm keeping the remote.
Mr. Baldwin, I think you'll want to take a look at this. Picture of the man your daughter saw at the kidnapper's hideout.
But this is
a picture of my partner, Don Boynton.
What the hell is going on, Conklin?
Well, success as usual. Now, catch me if you can, Baldwin.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Lisa McCree. Tomorrow, the latest on the crisis in the White House. And the tax season begins soon. The buck starts here. What you need to know this year.
Plus our special guest, Gwyneth Paltrow, tomorrow on Good Morning America.